Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video highlights of the match between Oxygen Esports and Unwanted during the Six Invitational 2025. Want to remind that you have opportunity to support the channel on the Patreon page. Find the link in the description or in the comments. Enjoy.
Holds 50-50 rounds, 55% of rounds won by the defenders, 45 by the attackers. Gavin takes down Gomez, and they are just off to the races. Some damage through those walls. Unwanted have control of the bomb site, and they're picking apart these OXG defenders. Another will fall that's had on the ground. Dream is dropped. Diffuser has also been dropped because of that. Unwanted will need to scramble to pick it back up. As Spirits, his face says it all. We cannot allow OXG to get back to this bomb site. Diaz with a kill, the Mira just distracting Spirits as Newers gets that kill. Now it's Newers taking an awful lot of damage, trying to tear through Gavin, who has every kill so far for his team.
Diaz goes down 2, leads Yaga in a 1v2.
That's hot and cold to get that kill, so no ace will be had for Gavin. It's all violence at the moment. No strategy, as what remained of Dream is now picked off. Yaga also hitting some shots onto Gavin. Is that Diffuser now retrieved by Hot and Cold? The major winner. 2 major winners still up, right, as he and Gavin are now the last 2 standing. Yaga had a line of sight down below amidst the smoke, but it's played well by Houghton. And at some point, Yaga is going to have to take the fight to these attackers. I'm going to watch. Same with Houghton as they just box Yaga out, and it's Gavin to get a 4K.
Connector's going to be the last point of contact, but this is a really late take. There's going to be a lot of aggression.
Diaz swinging for the fences, but he gets absolutely nothing for it. 2 other players died. Gavin, as you talked about, Gomez with a nitro cell that claims 2, but Gavin gets the final kill.
Their champions currently in action across both streams, so make sure you've got that dual monitor setup up and you can watch all the action.
Or 2 phones.
Or 2 phones.
Jesse said getting 2 phones. That's a good idea.
I'm okay with that. I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. Yaga answers a pick onto Dream after Newers was the opening death. Hat's been downed as well up and towards Rafters. Should get picked up by Yog here on the roam, but will it matter if Unwanted are already in the bomb site?
Yeah, I mean, 2 dead on the side of Unwanted, 1 dead over on Oxygen. Hat has now been picked back up as it's Diaz's turn to feel the heat. Gavin 7-0 through 2 rounds. Make that 8-0. Make that 9-0. Gavin he ate his Wheaties this morning. This man is unstoppable. He could break double digits in the remaining 1 minute or so, and he will do just that. 10-0 for Gavin. Good grief. Gavin doesn't even have any history with these players. He's like one of the few players who doesn't have it. By the way, a flash will go out. He has to waste some time. Bloodfire goes through. Hot and Cold is on the ground by the Diffuser. Gavin is the one waiting. Hot and pops up. Denies Gavin a 4K.
Insane performance we are seeing. Hot and Cold top Rafters in a bit of a fight. It's Newers going for the swing. IT will win that as Hotton's not looking the right way. Falls off now, so Gavin can't get the trade.
So far on this upstairs attack.
Already hunting for the frag. It's Hat who answers.
He's stunned on out. Newers looking for more. Spirits out-dueling Newers. Gavin is in getting the Diffuser down. Spirits will watch over top of that. He's got the cross. Nitro cell goes out. Gavin dies. Spirits looking in the wrong direction. It allows Diaz this opportunity. Spirits will need to get the job done with his own gunfire, and make no mistake about it, he will. Gavin collects Newers, who was the one that was leading those painful goo mines to be found by the attackers. Dream good. Yaga dueling Gavin. Down goes the raid boss on the side of Unwanted, and 2 kills now in very quick order for OXG. The whole round is over. That falls apart. Go for a late flank at the 45-second mark. So that might be next on the board. My God, those shots from OXG. Catch Unwanted off guard. Hot and Cold and Gavin in the ground. Another might fall, but Dream removes the head of Gomez. Has the Warden of Newers not far away. Hat on the board too, so everybody on Oxygen getting in on the fun. It's just those 2 support players on Unwanted in a 4-2 half. Jesse looking awfully likely. Adam getting some kills right now. Utterly unimpactful as he's chased off of that spot by a nitro cell. The Warden of Newers in hot pursuit, and with the shotgun out.
They've got so much information, and the other players on this map are playing really passive.
Yaga's got the sidearm out, and he doesn't need a long-range scope to deal with Dream. Former teammates, Yaga now inching up towards the door of IT as they've lost their cross. That one rotate into the bomb site has been taken away. Adam on the board. That's only his third kill so far. Oxygen now bogged down inside of IT, losing out on time, but winning on the kills front, or so we thought. Spirit's botching the SMG-11. Shotgun comes out for a little bit of added measure. It's all up to Yaga, but he runs out of time. Another round for Unwanted. These teams do love their shields. I mean, Unwanted in particular. Hot and Cold picking apart Yaga as that shield drops. Gomez trades him right back. Hot and Cold had to pick whether he stayed for the grenade or fled and lost his life. It was a losing situation. At least he brings somebody down with him. Hat marveling at the Maverick job that he did earlier on. I mean, the job wasn't to open up the wall. It was to play from that point. Catch one of these defenders in an unfavorable position. I mean, will Hat's patience be rewarded? No, Adam guns him down. Gomez trades it right back. I will say, Jesse, Oxygen has been superb at trading out every single loss that they've had to sustain up to this point, but now they've got the lead as Diaz chews through Dream. The bomb site is there as Gavin and Spirits above. Gavin attempting to get back to the bomb site. Spirits watching. He stops the diffuser from going down. That leaves Oxygen with 10 seconds left. The lone Canadian player remaining at this event will have to hold this round off from OXG, and a small miscalculation as to where he's going to go. Looks for Newers with the Deagle. That's a hard gun to hit with, and Newers
in the top right is because Diaz or somebody else on the team is going to sit up on the roof to hold this as the plant comes down early in storage.
And Dream greets Yaga. Second round in a row that this Blackbeard does not do anything. Nitro Cell goes off. Gavin dies. Gomez, he's inside a warehouse. One player up on cargo. He thinks Hot and Cold's in that room. He's correct. But Hot and Cold has a bit more control than Newers thought. Unwanted's advantage will now grow as they double up on OXG with a minute left.
This is going to be a rough backup plan. They seem to know it on the side of Unwanted too. Two players in through IT. They don't know Adam's position. The first one dies. He does go down. Diaz covers for a trade, but still a very tough task ahead of him.
Spirits with the super shorty out, like, watch this. Wrong. Diaz in a 1v3 now. Jesse, and he'll use the last of his gadgetry to open up that castle barricade. Dream's got a free kill here. Just pop up. Just pop up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I got it. See, look at me. I'm so good. Dream shreds through. Feet Spacestation Gaming 2-1. It's on Nighthaven Labs, actually, that third map was played on. Oh, my God. Suicide for these players. Thatcher Diaz will walk in. Hot and Cold with pump shotgun. Can very easily kill both. He gets slow rolled by Hat, who takes an awful lot of damage. Unwanted still have 4 more players. This could have been a flawless round as they sent this one away, but Houghton will die, and right back to this mirror window as Adam will slap the Adam will get his booty slapped by Hat, who was hoping for a kill through the drone hole. He's going for cheesy angles at this point. Dream with the TCSG now holding this angle. They'll trickle in on OXG. Well, snuffed out. Unwanted winning map number 1.
And force a RazaH v Unwanted game.
I mean, I kind of want to see that. Both of these teams are on what is charitably referred to as a Cinderella run. Gavin, whose EPS at one point was in the 300s, will now end with a far more mortal 158. So he halved his total from round number 3, but admittedly he was 10-0 at one point.
Yeah.
Since then, though, Jesse, going 5-5 on his roll while the rest of the team caught up is really not quite
taken off the board. Auction with the Tubarao. That was a very easy ban to call on map number 1. Much harder on map 2. They ban a ton of different ops on this map, so it's tough to see what we'd say. And we've got an Azami being taken off the board afterwards. That is one of the more common bans for both these squads. So now they're here. They're on a Valkyrie camera. It's going to be known where they're pushing from. Top floor not being controlled. That's why they've got a firebolt it off. Force Dream out of this position as the execute comes in.
Spirits and Gavin with 2 kills. Those MPXs doing great work. Spirits now with the Ellis shotgun annihilating Yaga. And Hat, who is so often outside of the actual execute because of his role, is left empty-handed to die at the hands of Gavin. I think we just have good days.
Long angles from Yaga. He's taking a bit of chip damage as bullets do fly his way.
Oh, the Gavin special annihilating 2 of these players on side of OXG. Down yellow, Spirits now with a kill too. Adam, Spirits, and Gavin all on the board. No team ace to be had because Gavin picked up 2. Now Spirits looking for kill number 2. He's French, I can say it like that.
Fair enough.
NitroCell tossed out by Dream. He's been held off the score sheet as well. And Spirits just peeks the small angle. 2 in a row for Unwanted, and they are. You're going to try to paralyze the defenders. You're going to try to split push, and you're going to try to conceal yourself behind the smoke. Diaz now dies as well, so the Nook that was going up spiral stairs is finished off by the pivot. They are all in, and right now it is not looking good.
Gavin in a power spot does get shut down.
Where he's angled, he's banking those Molotons off of the wall towards
way.
the default spot. This is something else. Yaga actually wins it, by the way, as we were so fixated on other players. Hot and Cold gets dropped and finished off by Dream. That's unideal. This has become more winnable for Unwanted as Yaga rappelled down the spiral window, that spiral skylight. I don't know if I've ever really seen that with somebody actively holding top spiral. Adam dies at long desk, and now the 2 players from Oxygen will link up together. Hat will get escorted in by Yaga. There go the Shumika launchers, but it's missed. They think it's the default spot, but Hat has found an opportunity to plant by the desk. Flames will go out and completely miss. So now Dream will rely on that huge reserve munition in the hands of the LMG of Tachanka. Yaga holds them at bay over towards long desk. OXG are actually in very good shape given how terrible this round started. Spirits and Dream will need to swing on up. Spirits will do just that. Dream falters. Spirits will need to beat Yaga in a 1v1. Long-term teammates. NitroCell goes out. Yaga downed. Spirits doesn't have intel. He's going to have to find this quickly, Jesse, because he's running out of time to the diffuser, but he's got a 2-second window of reprieve. And it's a 3-0 start for Unwanted, but far and away the scariest.
What hope do you have if you don't have such a strong man advantage?
It's an opening pick for OXG, so Unwanted's got very good information and just great game sense as well. Spirit's doing his best Gavin impression, but Gavin's now got 7 kills. Spirit's 6-0, maybe not the same start that we saw from Gavin all the way back on Nighthaven Labs, but still a very impressive tally for the French-Canadian. The only Canadian remaining at the tournament, and he's not named Canadian, so. That's Gavin looking for kill number 8. Caught from the window outside of back.
To get to the bomb site.
Diaz is the correct read on a flank upstairs. That's Hot and Cold creeping his way up as Yaga hits a goo mine, finished off by Adam. Diaz is still locking down this target, but they're running out of time. Spirits and Adam, the final 2 kills. There is nothing around the top floor site and having to deal with multiple players. Gavin came to his rescue, but Gomez and Hat and everybody on the side of OXG seemed involved.
But with the sledge, plenty of seconds still on that clock. If they get a vert pick, they're in a great spot, and there it is. Finds it onto Adam. That's what they couldn't do last time.
Spirits is yet to die through 4 rounds, sitting at 8-0, 9-0 now for his troubles, taking damage as he escapes. Hat will come in. All 3 players of Oxygen will attack from different angles, and they can easily overwhelm Unwanted. Spirits gets run over. That's his first death. Dream gets on the board. He's got 2 more to find to clutch this round. OXG searching for tally number 1. The Blackbeard getting diffuser down. Diaz covering him, and he will have the cross onto Dream, who loses the engagement, second-guessing himself. Diaz, full faith in him and the team, and Unwanted drop towards CEO. There's 3 of them. So what does Hat do? Immediately go for the default spot because the Tachanka is looking elsewhere. 8 players still alive, and the plant goes down. Adam's recoil control good enough to eliminate the Blackbeard as he and Hot and Cold will now maneuver over towards admin. This was where the initial focus was. Hot and waited over there for so long. He's finally rewarded with a kill as the numbers get better for Unwanted. And Dream takes an opportunity to get on the diffuser, finished off by Yaga, who's now punished. Another player from Unwanted will need to take over that job. Diaz stands alone. All 3 death marks in his back pocket, by the way. He could very easily use this. He runs up. Hot and Cold misses the cross. No! And they have time to do it for the 2nd round in a row on this bomb site. Spirits does it himself.
Late into this push as he tries to just distract everybody into thinking that there's going to be a heavy pressure CEO, but it's just him.
There's the swing in. Spirits just way too much to account for. Yaga gets him, but 2 very swift kills to answer back. Unwanted's lead stays good. It's a little bit closer as Gomez with 1 pick. And Unwanted, all the while, got that diffuser down, Jesse. Catches Oxygen by surprise. Gavin on the ground. Looks like he's just having... They debuted a new roster. They've been trying to sort through issues involving leadership. Spirits and Gavin with 2. And all those changes from the sign of Oxygen right now not paying off. Gavin's got him on the run. This is just straight up disrespectful as he dances on the corpse of OXG. It's not even cold yet. Diaz is still ensuring that there's a pulse on the body. Spirits is low.
You got the defuse kit down. This is actually winnable for Diaz.
This is very winnable for Diaz. It certainly is.
Never mind.
Issuing a correction. It was not winnable. To have, I don't fault them for it one bit. But at the end of the day, you approach an opponent and you think to yourself, this might be a bit harder than we thought. I don't believe OXG thought they would only muster 4 rounds against Unwanted in this best of 3, but that's the result that they get.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, some fantastic numbers from Unwanted. We saw it in map number 1. It was, of course, Gaveni who popped off and owned the server on Nighthaven Labs. Spirits did much the same on that second map. You can see the EPS scores now.
Good God.
Ridiculous numbers from those 2 top-tier players, and that's what you need out of your star fraggers when you're on a run like this for Unwanted.
Yeah, I mean, look at Gavin's scoreline, 26-9, 18-8 for Spirits. The rest of the team of Unwanted, we're just set dressing for the top fraggers on their squad. Over on the side of OXG, the best numbers you're going to get, Newers at 50-15 and Diaz at 14-15. All of the numbers for OXG are underwater. Pat on this roll took an awful lot.